But
Oh no.
aside from the heckness, what the heck? Why can't I hack in English? Sorry.
Same here.
With the hecticness of today, there you go. Everything sorted itself out, so I'm doing pretty good, honestly.
Wait, this is the wrong screen. I think we're both being ultra scuffed right now, but hey, yo, don't worry. I think I am predicting that we're gonna be using a ton of Spanglish in this in this stream. Oh god. What?
Más o menos, we'll see.
Más o menos, algo así. Say hello, Gato. Hello, Hagrillo. Thank you for stopping by. Oh my goodness. Unexpected, hello. I know, but I'm sorry. Hello. Yes, Danny. I was just talking to you. Literally. Wait, I forgot. I have to refer to you. Look, let me ask you something. Wait. Hold on. Before I start asking you questions, can you please introduce yourself to my stream? I forgot to. I forgot my manners. What may we call you by?
Okay, so this is probably the first time I've ever actually done this, like, officially. So,
oh yeah.
Hi guys. I am Kid Villero. It's nice to meet you. I go by either Villero. How, like, some people say. I say Villero. Normally it's like that, but like it's easier for people who don't have the ability to say that. So I say Villero just as like a easier way for people to say it, or like people call me Danny, I guess. It's really rare if people will call me that, but like at least online, but it's okay. I don't mind either way. I'm just a guy who makes content on the internet.
That's a good summary of everything that that encapsulates you for now. But yeah, I feel like we've known each other for quite a bit, but we have moved this until today. But I'm still, how can I go about this? I've known you since the charity event. That was a thing where we met. Is that correct? Is that the first time we spoke?
Yes, during the SummerSlam event for the Vtubers.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been wanting. I've ever since that day. I've been doing a tons of collabs, and I've also met so many people from that event. I've been chatting with some of them. Hello, Sadio, and thank you for the follow, Twins Play. Hello, another Danny. Yeah, it's so many Danny. Is Danny like a Spanish name? At this point, yeah, I think it is. Danny, Daniel.
My bad.
Yeah, it can be. But I've known so many of them, and they stop by on my stream. It's just so many Dannys. Oh my goodness, I love your setup. I'm sure that since you're streaming as well. By the way, everyone, please check out Kid Villero. I tagged them in the title of the stream, and you can check out their stream as well and give them a follow. I can see your chat on my screen. It's like right behind you.
Yeah. Kind of like a teleprompter, when you go like one of those like, TV shows or whatever.
That's clever. Why have I not done that? Why? It's on my fucking brand. Why haven't I become? Why don't I have something like that? See, I always learn so many cool ideas from many other streamers, and I hope that I implement a lot of them as I keep going. If I don't procrastinate or slack, yada yada, you know me. People who know me know what's going on with me. I always try too many projects at once. Danny Boy, Danny Trejo, Danny Phantom. No, not that kind of Danny.
Oh my Danny goodness. Trejo is like the boy. I fucking heckin' love Danny Trejo. I love fucking Machete.
Machete. Yeah. So many reference in movies. So he how the hell did that dude started? He had his own series, and then he just like now multiverse. He appeared in Breaking Bad. He's canonical in Breaking Bad, but he's also canonical in what's it called? The other show, the Spy Kids movie. He's a fucking mentor for the Spy Kids movie.
Forgot about that. When I think of Spy Kids, I think of George Lopez. I don't know why. I just think of his big ass
you're
head.
Right. You're right. George Lopez was there too, and also, oh my god, so many actors started from those shitty movies. But I hate love. Okay, those movies I don't hate them. They're so bad, but I love watching them. It's like watching bad movies. They're so cheesy and so. What can I even describe the kind of movie? Movies like The Room that is just so terrible that you have to watch this. It's so bad, and then you just love it. How bad it is. That's just me. I don't know how much you like watching movies. I don't watch too many movies these days, honestly. Kind of a boomer when it comes to my own personal taste. Danny. Voices.
I really like when it comes to movies. I'm kind of the same way. Like the most recent movie I saw was with my fiance. We were watching the John Wick's trilogy.
Awesome, Vero.
Oh.
Yeah, she's amazing in the sense of like.
Oh.
She's amazing because me and her have similar taste to things, which is kind of like very interesting.
You mentioned fiance, and is that her on the picture next to you on the table?
Yes, that is.
Aw, that is so sweet. Oh my god.
Yeah, because she means the world to me. This is Nimsy X.
How cheesy. I also noticed that we talk about a little. We talk about streaming stuff in the past and like calls. You mentioned that she's a VTuber. Is that correct?
Yes, she is. She's a phenomenal one too. She's the reason why I PNG tube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel that almost sounds familiar, and I think I asked you a question, and I hope it's okay to bring that up. I hope it's okay to bring up past conversations we had. Is it safe?
Yeah.
It depends. No,
go for it. Whatever. I'm okay.
No, okay. So this has been on my mind for like ever since you said that, because actually legitimately funny. And I asked you, have you ever thought about making a VTuber? And you gave me one of the most genuine, funniest response that, oh, you know what? I never thought about it like that. And it's like, he's kind of right. And that's always been on my mind ever since you mentioned that. You remember what you answered when I asked you about that?
I said, maybe one day.
Yeah, you said, okay, so you said maybe one day, but at the same time, you said, I'm not sure if it's something for me, because VTubing, it's kind of ooh-woo-y. And that expression just resonated with me, like, you know what? You ain't that wrong.
Yeah, it is very ooh-woo, yeah. A lot of people who I know who do the ooh-woo. And the oh-woes.
No, yeah. The expression is actually for people who don't understand the context of that. It's just how VTuber has just been predominantly dominated by this kind of. Oh my god, was that a sound effect? Did you play that?
That wasn't me.
Who played that?
What if somebody in my chat? But apparently,
I can actually hear everything that's going on in the window capture. So. Let me give context for those watching on my side. I'm literally like window capturing your entire setup because it's so good that I just wanted to showcase it like this. It's a new way to show VTubers like you, because PNG tubers are VTubers. I don't care what the opinion says or what the people in the street says. You guys are practically, gamifying your entire setup, and it's so cool. You have me right there on a little tablet with my boobas jiggling, and I think that's what you mean by ooh. I'm guilty of.
Well, okay.
There's
a bit of a difference. Okay, so let me ask you a question, right?
Yes. Okay, go on.
People who do VTubing, right?
Yes.
Would you say when you're VTubing, you put on more of a persona for the people to look at and see, right?
Yeah.
There's certain people who I've met, and they don't even VTube. They kind of just do this to do it, because that's why I say ooh. Because there's certain people who like act really soft, like very like they try to be cozy, and they're like they talk in a certain way, certain manner, certain like soft way, where they're like, "Oh guys, welcome to my swim bowl." It's just like I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
You don't have to do that. Honestly, you don't have to do that. PNG YouTubers are great. Based opinion twins. But you don't have to. If you're a VTuber, I know that I agree. So when you were saying, I said but you don't necessarily need to be like that as you want to be a VTuber. And also, you don't even need to play a character. That's not like set in stone. Even if it's like, it seems like a standard, but it's not. You can be literally whatever you want. I've seen PNG tubers and VTubers and all kinds of VTubers do all kinds of streams at this point, because I met so many of them by doing these collabs talking, that it's amazing how many you can meet that do all kinds of different things. There's a VTuber out there whose entire stream setup It's mostly IRL. Yes, he is playing a character, but for the most, he is a dedicated YouTuber who does like lab experiments with IRL cameras pointing at his hands, and he starts creating like you know those videos that were trending on YouTube, like the heating up a blade to like 1000 degrees and cutting stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, he does that kind of
old ancient artifacts.
Oh my god, yes. Oh yeah, that kind of stuff too. So there's a VTuber out there who's dedicated to doing that kind of stuff. But they have a VTuber, but they also have a real life camera pointing at the experiments they're doing in their lab, and it's just like explosions and stuff in their stream. It's freaking great. Their name is like Uwu Tuwu. I think they're just being satire with the name because they also think that VTubers are Uwu, and they kind of want to break the norm that VTubers shouldn't be like that, but he's just making it satire by having a name like that. But it's great. I love when people are self-aware about the humor. I may look like this. Let me tell you, I may look like this, but I'm actually very transparent. I'm just a dude who just like representing myself in this kind of way. And I love anime girls, okay? And that's what that's what I do generally from now. But enough about me. Let me ask you something here. You can also ask me questions, by the way. You're streaming as well, so feel free to ask me whatever you want to ask me as well in this little collab.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
About the Uwu thing, right? Well,
yeah,
most of that is more of a meme, but like, cause like again, I'm not like fixed. Like I know a lot. Like my fiance, she's fucking phenomenal when it comes to VTube, and her,
okay.
Like I said, she's my inspiration for wanting to do a lot of different things. Like it's easier to reach out to people and give them an image that they can look at. Because I did IRL streaming for the longest time before I even did this. Yeah, because like VTubing, I feel like it's a certain culture, not just like the ooh stuff. The ooh stuff was more of a meme.
Okay, I see.
It's like a certain culture, and sometimes I feel like that's what I was telling her about before. Because like every type of culture, whether it's like anime based, whether it's like actual like race based, like for like you know, I feel a little odd because like for me entering this space, I feel like I don't quite fit that bill of what the culture could be, you know, because I'm not necessarily soft, you know what I mean? I am more hectic, yes, and I know there are hectic VTubers and everything because I've seen the YouTube reels, or sorry, the shorts that they call them.
Yes.
You'll see someone like Amelie.
Oh, Amelie, it's fucking great.
But like I don't know, I feel like I don't quite fit that bill sometimes because I'm more urban based, and I don't. It's hard for me to like. I can't. I'm not a cat boy. You know, I don't have like an animal or an idea I was based off of. Kind of just like it was a PNG that was like that was cute that my friend made, and I was like, I'd love to use this because VTubing, I love connecting with people, and for me like this is also easier than using a camera because like using a camera all the time kids get hectic, and you get a lot of people who tell you stuff all the time. Yeah.
Also, you don't need to worry about what you're wearing or anything like that or what's on the background. You just literally turn on the camera and that's it. Like right now, people won't know if I'm actually in my underwear or smoking. No, I'm not smoking. I don't do any of those things. Important questions. Do you like toast? Do you like toast? I got questions in chat. I also got questions on Discord about this collab.
Toast, huh? I do like toast, yes.
That's a
cinnamon toast,
chat.
Yes.
Cinnamon
French toast, yes.
Yes, I love toast too. I love bread. Bread is one of my favorites. I'm guilty. I don't drink soda. I don't eat too many things with carbs. But when it comes to the bread, slices of bread, Panera bread, bread bowls, garlic bread, I'm a junkie for that kind of stuff. When it comes to food topics, I'm very passionate.
Look, I like a good bun. Okay.
A good bun. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I always like to travel and taste all kinds of like local made bread because that was a thing in my home country in Puerto Rico. Like every city had like their own unique style of bread. Even if it was the same call, like pan sobao or pan de manteca. I don't know if that's the same over there in some other countries. But I don't see that kind of stuff over here. It's just like, oh, it's French bread or Italian bread. In Puerto Rico, they have it in a very unique way, and They always taste different, no matter what city you go to, or depending on the bakery, of course. It all depends on how the machines are being treated, or what kind of ingredients they like to use, or their own methods, or if they put fucking crack in it. I don't know, because sometimes it's addicting. Okay, I love buns, and I cannot lie.
A concha.
Concha. ¡Hey! ¡Hey! Yo he escuchado esa palabra en otro significado.
Look, it's good, okay? I'm sorry.
Concha. Okay, no. Okay, here's the thing. Spanish and Spanish are not the same. That is true. It's true. Are you aware of what you said to my people?
No.
You basically just said, I love a good pussy.
Hey, look. That's also not wrong, but that's the...
Hey, yo! Some of that too?
I know,
yeah,
look,
someone
listen.
in my chat is laughing. The Puerto Rican in my chat is laughing.
That's more of a slang term, though, I feel like.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, Puerto Ricans, is that common? Using the word concha for that kind of stuff? I feel like it's more abroad, but we also have adapted it somehow. Hey, it's gonna happen. When you talk Spanish or other people, if I say bizcocho somewhere else, it's probably gonna be taken wrong the way.
That is true.
This yeah.
I've been teaching my fiance some culture when it comes to like Hispanic things.
Yes.
Because like I'm Mexican, so I was telling her like, yeah, there's different varieties of Hispanic. Like there's different like Latinos, there's Salvadorians, there's Dominicans, there's Puerto Ricans. You can usually tell a difference because they get mad if you call them the wrong one. And different words means different things. Like we're talking about like teddy bear in Spanish, right?
Teddy bear, yeah.
It's different for different languages. Like what was it? Like also
what's teddy bear?
Or like what's it? Muñeca? That's a
Muñeco,
doll.
yeah. Muñequito, osito. It depends on where you're going with the context on the sentence.
Exactly, but it also can vary in different cultures too. It's like it does change a bit. It's like monkey in Spanish.
Mono.
Chango.
Chango. Oh wait. What's a chango in Puerto Rico? A chango usually is a slang used to describe someone who is like being annoying, overly annoying. I guess it makes sense that it derives from monkey as well. Like stop monkeying around. So you can also take that in that kind of context. But yeah, I suppose you're right. We can go on and on about this kind of stuff. I got another question here in my chat for you, if you don't mind.
All right.
So twins over here in my chat said a bunch of nonsense, but they ended up with the simple question of, what is your favorite snack to enjoy during your streams? Do you eat on your streams, by the way?
I used to, not as much anymore. I used to. I do.
I snack.
Gosh. Okay, look, listen. Yeah, you know the brand Mania or whatever. It's like the stupid cookie. That little like it looks like a Ritz cracker cookie, but it's not. I forget what you call them.
Yeah, I get them.
I love those.
Yes.
I hate them, but I love them at the same time.
Why do you hate them?
Because I wanted to be sponsored by Marinella.
No.
I would love to be sponsored by Marinella. Give me a fucking cook. I'll fucking eat that in the morning streams. You know what I mean? A little cafecito todo.
Cafecito. I like the, what's it called? Maria. Galletas Maria. Very good on coffee.
Those are pretty good though.
Yeah. Let's speaking of streams and stuff like that, let's begin with some streamer stories that I need to ask you. And let's go with a simple one right now, since you mentioned streaming sponsors. Are you familiar, or have you ever been like sponsored or promoted by anything that you have to show on stream? Even if it's like someone's game that they wanted you to play or anything like that. Any experience with sponsors?
I do, yes. I have some sponsored experience with Stream Elements per se. You know how like you get those emails where it's just like, oh, play this game for a certain amount of time and have these people play this. I have that experience a few times. Like,
how did it go?
It went decently, and then things happened. But look, listen.
You don't have to share it, just in case.
My life was once sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends at some point.
Yo, let's go! Nah, just kidding.
As a meme,
that's a joke.
But then it fell through.
This stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. No, it's not. I've seen those emails. I ignore them like wildfire. I don't I think I think if you ain't gonna pay me up front and I got some kind of commission, I ain't touching your topic on my stream. I've gone to that point.
Exactly,
but I
and
get
that's
it.
the smart thing.
I get it. I get people who want to like practice the hustle or see it, because I was tempted. I was like, whoa, would this help me or benefit my stream? Because I did see the Raid Shadow Legends on my email, and I seen it when I go to the Stream Elements website. But then I noticed, I started noticing how it wouldn't make sense for someone like me to play a game like that at the moment. So I'll let them come to me instead of me coming to them. That's what I'm gonna go by when it comes to streamers.
I might have to back out of that one. That one sounds a little sus, but
You're good. It's okay.
But what was I gonna say? With Raid Shadow Legends and stuff like that, like at the time I did it because, like, to be completely honest, rent is rent, and it gets hard. Living nowadays around this day and age, it is really rough, especially trying to live.
It is.
When things happen. So I have respect for the people that do it more, that still do it now. Like, I really do, because I understand why. But sometimes we need to be on our grind to exist, because money is hard to come by.
Oh, absolutely. It's when you're so. It's not normal for me to ask people, because I respect the feel of being a streamer. It is a cruel mistress, but it's also one of the most fun things that I've ever done in my entire life. I started streaming last year around the month of June, and because that was when I had my VTuber debut. And I know that's not something familiar on your field until you started seeing what a VTuber was, because your ordinary Joe who wants to play Apex or anything like that on stream, they don't have things like debut, they don't have things like karaoke or events that Uwu VTubers have. So I wonder, how was your initial start as a streamer?
Oh, my initial start was completely different. Gosh,
yeah,
that was a while ago. If I were to date by reference when I first started streaming, the first time I streamed when FIFA was happening, and then when Fortnite got really popular for the first time.
Oh my God, that was quite a while ago. I was still living in Puerto Rico.
That's the first. That's around the first time I started streaming. That's how I gauge it, because I remember I got copy striked by FIFA for making a video. But it's okay. Yeah, it was during that time, and that's when VR Chat first came out too. Because I think the first thing I streamed was VR Chat.
Oh my God, I remember. Oh my God, you mentioning those days, and so during that time. What I was saying during that time, I had the shittiest computer. It was one of those HP Pavilion laptops, and I was in my apartment in college probably, and I was just watching VR Chat videos and stuff like that. I said, man, I wish I had money for a gaming computer. I never did, because I was so busy juggling my fucking McDonald's job and trying to become a teacher. So it's such an odd time to recall, and you're like the first person who makes me recall those days of the start of VR Chat.
Because times do fly. That's how it is. Everybody, when they first start out or trying to start out, always is on the grind. Like, the first PC I used was a Acer computer I got from the Walmart.
It's like one of those Black
like
Friday computers they have. Oh God, did it even run anything?
Look, the desktop did its job. It lasted till it burnt out and popped.
I just had, in fact, we're talking about the HP laptop. About a week ago, it just decided to blow up. So rest in peace, my anime watching laptop, because that was the only thing I was capable of doing in a laptop. But no longer can I watch anime in my living room. I'm gonna have to do one of those, another one of those streams where people go like, "Yo, I'm gonna do a subathon," or go something like that. Are you familiar with that terminology that VTubers use?
Yeah,
have you ever done something like that?
A very, very prominent thing I've heard of constantly.
Have you ever done something like that? Have you ever decided to jump in that train?
Yeah, no, like I haven't done that because I don't have the confidence in that.
Ooh, okay, understandable. I always ask that question now to everybody who I collab with, but you're a bit of a you're in a different playground, so I just wanted to know how familiar you are with them. Let's see, what else are VTubers familiar with that you may know about? that may seem a little like or out of the ordinary. I'm just genuinely curious. Have you ever tried one of the VTuber strategy to keep up with the meta of streaming? Like what? I mean, you're using a PNG tuber, and that's fucking base. That's amazing.
Well, what's this? Give me an example of a strategy.
A strategy, okay. So yeah, because let's see. You try the sponsors. You haven't really done. You haven't tried a subathon. Well, let's see, like a special stream, like maybe announcing. How much do you promote your content in social media? Do you use Twitter at all?
I do use Twitter. Usually, I'm live and I leave it at that.
Okay, that's understandable. I do that too. Sometimes I forget to click on the post button, so I'm a little bit clumsy, but I'm getting there, trying to fix things up so they look nice on my stream. Let's see what's another thing that VTubers do that's out of there. I was about to ask you, have you ever done like karaoke on stream, or have you ever seen?
Yeah.
Wait, you have? Okay, that caught me off guard.
Okay. So me and my friend who's in my chat right now, Kelso Depresso, he's formerly known as Chizmeister. Me and him used to do a Twitch Sings. That was promoted by Twitch. It was like a whole game they had at the time. We used to sing Hero and sing on stream, and it was based, but it was fun. And Mimsy was there too. It was fun, but then it got taken down. I missed Twitch Sings. That was like so fun.
I had my first karaoke experience after the charity event. I made it a goal, like, oh, if people do like $300, I will do a karaoke. I did not expect to get to that goal, but I got to that goal, unfortunately. And I mean, fortunately, because, it was for the kids. But holy shit, was it like surprising to me that I had to, then out of nowhere, I tengo que hacer un maldito karaoke, I guess. It just happened.
I think we're all pretty bad. It's okay though, as long as you enjoy it.
No, you said you had your base time, and I had as well. I had a lot of fun. It's right there on YouTube. So if you want to see Curse singing from Sane, you can see that, everybody. Hello, Raven. It was great. No, it wasn't. You're a liar. Okay, so here's the thing. Dynamic that VTubers do that you may or may not do. What's your chemistry with chat? Do you like have you ever talked about have you ever gotten real with your chat, or do you have like a bully the streamer versus the streamer tries to bully you back dynamic? How does it work for you?
Okay, this one is a little bit more harder for me to answer.
Okay.
Just because I'll put it this way. You remember when you were having a podcast?
Yes.
When you were having a podcast with Darla Doodles, for instance, right?
Yeah.
And they mentioned something amongst the lines of like, oh yeah, this is my fan base, or something to that effect. Like they have like names for their fan base and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen I guess you could say chat like that in a sense. I kind of see people personally, so I kind of treat everybody like because usually everybody in my chat I actually talk to like what do you call it, like personal, more
I understand
individually. Yeah.
Yes.
So
it was fun. Also, hi.
Not much in the sense of like what do you call it, like bully. If they say something, I'm gonna clap back essentially, right?
Yeah.
The only one who really gets it is Maina, because she needs to be sleeping. Sorry.
Oh, I see. No, that's very understandable. Everyone has like their own dynamics. I just like asking that question to everybody, and it's interesting to see how they go. But yeah, you reminded me about that time with Darla Doodles. I was around the time. I remember you were watching that one too. Let's see. Now that reminds me, I got another question here. And hello, Shad. Thank you for stopping by. We have another question. This one's a question that's originally from Discord, and it's about like the history of your username. Have you ever always been known as Kid Villero, or have you ever like changed it before, and where does the name come from? Honestly, I think you touched upon that earlier. Have you, or did you not?
Actually, well, not really. No. That name comes from when I used to do music.
Oh yeah, you talk about this with me.
Yeah, I used to do music when I was younger, so that name existed since I was in like high school. So it derives from my heritage. So a little bit of my actual name, but not really. And It just sounded interesting to me, but I like it. That name does hold a bit of water to me, but if I would change it, I would just take the kid part out because I'm not a kid anymore. So usually when I pop into people's chats and they don't know me, they're like, "Oh, are you sure you're supposed to be here? Are you sure you're 13 years old?" And I'm like, "Hello, I'm old as fuck." Like,
no,
they just read kid and they assume I'm a kid, and I'm like, "No, man." Sorry.
but come on, I've seen people regardless of their age with a name like that, you know, a nickname like that. At least in Puerto Rico, they usan kid. El de la esquina, yeah, kid. And when they say kid, they mean like a 40-year-old man in the corner. But they just been branded as kid, and it's been, you know, it's just an experience that I had in the past, and I've seen that as well. Just it's the same with like names that don't even fit like people. Sometimes it just goes with like, I don't know, how do nicknames get born? How do nicknames exist from the beginning? Because I remember, okay, so here's a funny story. I don't know why I'm remembering this, but in terms of nicknames, have you ever used the word gordo to identify to someone?
No, because I'm usually the one that gets identified as that.
Gordo. Okay. Okay, I get it. But
for my non-Spanish speakers, it just means we're thick.
Yeah,
like
but
thick boy.
We're thick boy. Yeah, but in most, I can say in most like Latam places, or, you know, Spanish speaking places, the word gordo has also been branded as like a nickname you give to someone, and for some people it's even in like their main name or like their birthright name. But when it comes to nickname, I seen people get that nickname who are like the skinniest motherfuckers out there for some reason. I don't know when, I don't know how did it started, but they say, oh, el flaco de allí le decimos gordo. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I don't know how, but I guess it does now.
Look, that one show, what is it? El Gordo y la Flaca? That's probably why. They probably really like that, you know, that one show, that one talk show from like back in the day.
Oh my God, novelas. Dios mío. La mía era Betty la Fea. Eso. Yo vi esa novela tantas veces, puñeta. No paré. Oh, and there was recently a case, I don't know, Western people, can we slander Americans here? Is that valid on your chat, in your stream? I do it all the time. I don't give a fuck. I'm edgy sometimes. I don't know if you can stand that, but holy shit.
That's fine, by all means, go for it.
Okay, if you want to see me talk about this kind of stuff, I've been asked questions. What do I think about this kids show that came out recently? It's called La Familia or something like that. And it was made by someone who doesn't even remotely look who comes from a Hispanic heritage. They put all kinds of cheesy stereotypes, like, you know, oh, my name is Guillermo and I love tacos, you know, that kind of mentality.
Oh, that's strong.
It's like, and then
Gosh.
This is the ideal Mexican kid, you know, and that's what they want to put on television for the kids shows. And it's like, no, don't give me that. Give me fucking Mucha Lucha or something like that. That's more epic. I don't fucking care about your way of looking at Hispanic people. Just give me something base. Give me something epic. Give me
the American version of Rebelde, and I would laugh.
Rebelde. Yeah, I don't talk about this kind of stuff often, so I'm using it as an excuse to talk about that. Someone in chat saying they love Mucha Lucha. That shit's good. That show was amazing.
Slap, dude.
It slaps. Do you have like a favorite cartoon that you used to watch back then?
Back then?
Yeah.
Look, I grew up off of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mucha Lucha, Beautiful Joe. There's a lot of like older shows from that era.
Beautiful
Mega
Joe.
Man and Warrior. Like, there's a lot of different like older shows from there. Gosh, but Mucha Lucha was a really good show. So was Shaolin Showdown.
Hell yeah.
So was Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah, that too. It went a little crazy on the last seasons, but it was good.
The original uncle who went, yeah.
Yeah. Ouch. I've been getting stuff thrown. Do you have redeems on your side? Do you have redeems that are crazy? A lot of YouTubers love putting tons of like redeems that are especially wacky. I love how Well, I mean, it's always been a thing that Twitch had like redeems in the past, but I feel like VTubers kind of like maximize the potential of what even is a redeem. Sometimes they become intrusive.
I always love the stuff where they throw things, but like since I'm a PNG tuber, it's not really as interactive with that.
Okay, I see. What the fuck? I just hear a Moogle's really loud on my side. I shouldn't have talked about fucking redeems. I'm just kidding. That was funny. I have my brain is rotten, and sometimes I laugh at stupid amogus and pee pee poo poo jokes. I don't know why. I pretend that I'm sophisticated, but down to the core, when it comes to dumb ass jokes, sometimes I laugh at them. Gen Z humor. What are your thoughts on Gen Z humor?
It hits every now and then. It depends. I feel like it's very hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? Sorry.
God damn it. Oh God. But yeah, let's see. What else do I got around here? Speaking of VTubers, I'm pretty sure you're gonna answer this in the cheesiest way ever. But I want to know about your VTuber footprint or VTuber footprint. I mean, oh my God, I'm using terminology like that right now. VTuber history. What was like the first VTuber you ever saw?
The first VTuber I ever saw.
Yeah.
Like in my existence, I would say Project Melody.
Project Melody? Ayo! Ayo!
I never went out of their way to watch their content. I would just see it pop up on Twitter.
Yeah. We know why. Just kidding.
Because I think that's when like VTubing started to get really popular. Was around the time that she came into existence.
To some circles and to some people, yes, I can understand why exactly. But
well, for someone like me who was never like, at the time.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that I hear that answer. But understandable, honestly. I know where you're coming from on that. Who's your favorite VTuber?
Oh, easy. NimsEX. Sorry. She goes by Nim6 now.
Oh.
That's my fiance right here.
Oh.
She's in the chat. Very phenomenal, very amazing individual.
Cheesy. That's a cheesy answer. I can see the chat from my side. It says stop it. I can see it right behind your PNG tuber.
It's because, like I said, literally she's my inspiration.
Ah, that's so sweet. So cheesy. So good.
Like I was there like on her first stream. Like this is before like I even like got to know her either. So like watching her first stream and everything ever since like she was using like the more basic default like VTuber models. She was always amazing. Like she was very like comfortable with everything that she did.
Oh, I see. There you go. I said hello.
Like that's why. Thank you for the 100 bits too. I appreciate it.
I needed to break that bandage. I don't think I have the opportunity to like give bits to someone while they're alive.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'm saying hello back. She's too sweet. Good. Let's see, but we gotta keep going with the fun questions. Here's another one, and I guess I'm gonna go with a. I keep getting distracted by your memes in the back. Can you explain to me your selection of memes in the back in that screen? Just scrolling. Okay. I see Pepe. I see the Black Lagoon. Is it Black Lagoon? Yeah, it's Black Lagoon. It's so tiny.
Okay, so that's Tim Gunn. Have you ever seen America's Next Top Model?
Yes, I have.
There was a meme back in the day where this guy who would annoy the fuck out of him, he'd be like, "Where is Andre?" It just never left my head. And then every time I picture Tim Gunn, I just think of that. And then this is a streaming meme where you're trying to talk and then you're like, "Oh, your mic was muted."
Sometimes I wish my mic was muted. I am way too much. I know who that guy. That needs no description of who the hell that is.
Well, it's about the aliens meme that was happening recently.
Ah, yes.
And the Area 51 stuff. They kind of fit hand in hand.
I was talking about Johnny Sins.
That's a DVD meme with the mug
very
because nobody ever gets it.
The very yeah, Johnny Sins a very talented man. He has so many jobs. He's a
And then that's for the
carpenter.
Short Kings.
Short Kings. The Short Kings. Is that like a meme on your chat? The Short Kings?
One day, the person that's in my chat named Nibblebits, I was playing VR chat with them.
Okay.
And I was playing the small Knuckles, you know, like the meme Knuckles. And then she was playing like an avatar that's really tall. And that we were basically having a conversation fighting over a box. And then that's basically what it turned into. It was that meme.
Dude, I love listening to like stream stories and just generally what goes in, you know, in that kind of circle. Because I think every streamer have like their own little circles, despite how big or small they are, and they all have unique stories. I've had people who come here and they say like, "Oh, I don't have much to say. I don't know why you invited me." And when I start questioning, they're like, "Oh, I guess I had a lot of stories to share after all." And that's just it's just those little things that turn into like experiences that are unique to everybody and every community. Do you feel like you have like your own little community, like with your own Discord and stuff?
Well, my Discord, I only ever use it to like do for notification. But when it comes to like people that I talk to, like I would say so. Like a lot of the people I talk to are mostly just like other streamers, but they're all people who mean the world to me because they gave me the time of day to talk to me and get to know me.
Exactly.
That's why I'm happy I got to meet people like Nimsy and Nibble and Chris and everybody who, like in you, for example, like I just reached out and talked to you and you said hi to me, you know what I mean? And vice versa. Otherwise we wouldn't be here now. So I appreciate that. I would say like, yeah, in a sense.
Is this a very different stream than the one you had in the past? Because I usually see you gaming, but since I started, I'm not sure if you ever had a stream where it's just like just chatting with someone and having a nice time.
I used to a lot back in the day when I did more IRL stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, then Dead by Daylight took over, and then I became one of those streamers that is both toxic.
Are you toxic? Wait. What the fuck? Why are you toxic? Do you like to bully like other people?
Look, listen. Apparently, I'm just too mean when I play a certain game. Okay, it's just how it is. There's a whole video about it that somebody made about me. I don't know. It's whatever.
Have you ever gotten
I love
in like
having
controversy?
My content stolen and posted on YouTube.
Have you ever fallen into controversy? Have you ever gotten canceled by certain people?
Oh yeah. All the time.
Oh. What are your hot takes?
Dead by Daylight is one of those communities where it's like the people are lovely when you get to meet them, but there's also other people who take this too seriously. So when you say something wrong or that they don't like, they'll get mad about it and they'll make content out of it, or they'll steal your content if you ban them, and then post it on YouTube for 130,000 people to look at, and then they'll all generally say, "Oh, I played against this guy before. I have to be mean to him in the game." Oh, whoa! And it's just like, okay.
Fuck? You got your streams have gotten stolen and reposted.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Over a video game. Let's go.
Yeah. A fucking video game. Have you ever seen? I mean, at this point, it's inevitable. I've always have a fear of like stream snipers that will call. What is that called when they tell people that you have a oh my god, what's the word for that? I was gonna say a raid. It's not a raid. When someone knows your information, they dox you, and then a bunch of police people go into your house and say, "Open up."
I see what you're talking about. Yeah. That is pretty scary. Yeah.
That is frightening. Swat it. Thank you, Hugreyu.
That idea is always scary.
It's always fucking scary.
It's for me, that probably won't happen for the most part. I live in the ghetto. The cops come no matter what anyways. They come for any other reason, so I'm kind of used to it at this point.
Yeah, understandable. Yo viví en un caserío.
Let me give you an example that happened like a few months ago.
Go ahead.
So again, I was playing DVD. I was playing Dead by Daylight. I had this random match with a person who did not like me because I am a streamer, and that's okay. So they held me in a match for 20 minutes, and I didn't want to DC because I don't want to take a penalty for something I didn't do. And they proceeded to look into my information, come into my chat, and start posting the addresses of the elementary school I went to, like ages ago, and I was just like, okay,
What the fuck?
because they were
People are
mad because
fucked
I
up.
wasn't phased
People
by
are
them.
People are really fucked up. I'm afraid. I'm always afraid of kind of stuff like that. Schizos, be schizos. Do you know what the word schizos is? The slang schizos.
No.
It's like it's a joke. It's a very dark humor joke. Algrio said it in chat. It's a schizophrenic people who are terminally online because they live online, they breathe online. It's like those people who live in Twitter and they're always out there complaining about everything. Or same thing for people who just want to make someone miserable over the internet because they had a different opinion. I mean, I have an opinion. I have a hot take. For example, if I say Jujutsu Kaisen is mid, which is like true, it's if I say, oh, you dislike the anime that I like, I am going to dox you. I'm gonna show everyone everything about you. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You schizo freak. Please chill the fuck down. I only dislike the anime because I have different taste. But that's enough for some people to give you a swat or give you the most frightening time of your life. It's like, or possibly even end you just because you have a different opinion on something else. Yeah, internet people. That's what you call someone who is terminally online or a schizo. It's frightening.
Yeah, people being very interesting people. I don't. It's hard for me to like. Yeah, I see why people like that kind of do freak me out a bit, but it's also like I don't try to pay any mind to it because if I do, then it's more feeding into them as opposed to anything else. You know what I mean? So I try to stay away from that because if somebody tells me something, I'll roll them and then I'll just ban them. Just leave it at that. Like I highly doubt it. If I live in the ghetto, ain't nobody coming over here unless they want to get shot by the following gang members that live here in the area, not me in the vicinity. I just grew up here, man.
Understandable. That reminds me, and this has to be. I'm not sure how familiar are you with VTuber culture and idol culture. Culture, like. You know what an idol is? Like music bands or people who are like typically Asian people who are very into like what's the Korean band BTS idols.
Yeah, I've heard of BTS.
Yeah, the world has heard of BTS. Everybody knows what BTS is. Well, VTubers have a bit of idol culture embedded in them by default. Because of how it started, it started as an anime Japan thing, and especially the ones that represent themselves in a very anime way, and they get sometimes the weirdest fans just by default because anime and fans. And yeah, I was just wondering how familiar are you with that atmosphere?
Oh, with people wanting to take things too far and too personal when you don't know them. Very much so.
I'm talking more about the idol side, the idol, the idol industry or VTuber industry. How familiar are you with that kind of feel when it comes to like fans or like that kind of stuff?
I would say I'm more familiar to it, but more not on like the VTubing side, but like on the music side.
Yeah.
Because it happens to a lot of artists. Also, that happened to one of the that happened to somebody recently, not like a few years ago, I think, about this YouTuber. Well, she's also a streamer too.
No.
She's not a VTuber, but she's a fog whisperer. Like she's branded by the Dead by Daylight community. Meg Turney. Okay. They went to her house.
Oh God.
Because like the person was mad at her husband because her husband also does YouTubing or something like that, and he was like, I want to marry this person. I want to be with them, and they broke into the house.
Oh shit!
And they were just hiding in a closet for a while. It was a whole thing, right? It's a whole story. I can't really like. No, that stuff is like people take things way too far for no reason and commit to things like that. No, stop.
That always fucked me up. Like, I mean, it's always fucked up to hear those kind of stories. But yeah, it's just surprising how the feel of VTubers and hell, even PNG tubers at this point, because they're branded as VTubers. It's increasingly becoming like that. However, I felt maybe it's because of how, since it's getting a little bit mainstream, it's chilling down because the level of crazy fans and the level of quote unquote normal fans it's becoming so even because you know how big the field has become and how saturated of VTuber and PNG tuber and all that stuff, that I feel like it, you know, the craziness has decreased a little bit, but in another side, it's like doubling down. So it's weird to explain. It's doubling down on the, you know, either nothing happens or something crazy happens, like an entire company getting called out, because right now there's things called, you know, VTuber agencies. Apparently they're hiring. I mean, if we were to compare a VTuber agency, can we even compare it to like a, what's it called? Have you ever seen what's the name of those gaming agencies that, you know, they hire gamers to be like Fortnite players or Apex players? What is that called again? There was a popular one, the G.
Well, that's the one. Well, they have one for not, it's not VTuber, but they have one, like I said, for Dead by Daylight called Fog Whispers. Those are people who like religiously play DBD, like, and they don't know if they get paid for it per se. They get they're the people that everybody goes to.
Oh, FaceBank. Do you know what FaceBank is?
Yes.
Yes. Well, they may not be idols. They may not be VTubers yet. I have the fear that someday there's gonna be a FaceBank VTuber. That's just gonna be the end of VTubers.
When it gets really normalized.
Yeah, it's going there right now. Literally, this past weekend, Opera GX had a VTuber.
There was somebody who was making memes about that a while ago, about like the Internet Explorer waifu and stuff like that, if I recall correctly. I forgot what their name is. Something, it'll come back. Merryweather or something like that.
Yeah. Merryweather is a very popular VTuber. Well,
so I don't see that as too far off, but like as in like a normal promotion type of thing, I get it. Yeah. Like I can see why people are starting to like feel a little bit weird about it, because they're treading into their territory. So that's what I mean. Like it's a whole culture thing.
So Wendy's has their own Discord for gaming, and they also have their own Twitch channel for gaming. And they started with a PNG tuber, and seeing the success of Opera GX, no matter of time where Wendy's is gonna get its fucking VTuber, and it's gonna be an anime girl.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. That's the beauty of that one company doing that. Imagine this, okay? Imagine you see a stream open and it's that brand. Everybody pops in the chat to see that VTuber, right?
Yes.
What brand is it again?
Opera GX. The web browser.
The one that you.
Wendy's.
Talking about.
Wendy's, a fast food.
Wendy's nut slap your face. I'm sorry.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking crying.
See, that's what I mean, though. Imagine the stream starting out and that's what you get hit with. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Fine. I was like, oh god, I hope he's not doing what he's doing. You said that too late. I'm looking at your chat right now. You said that too late.
Yeah, it's a bit on a delay. She's on Bobo. It's fine.
Okay, fine. But yeah, going back, web browsers having their own VTuber. Wendy's probably gonna have their own VTuber. It's a matter of time. Fucking McDonald's is gonna have a clown VTuber, maybe. I don't know. KFC has a fucking video game on Steam. It's a fucking anime dating sim game.
I played that game. That game slaps.
I did not play it. I only saw the girl, and that's it. Because there was a lot of awesome drawings. It's art being drawn about her, and that's it. And the colonel was also fucking hot for some reason.
Have you ever seen the real life KFC movie? The one from the Lifetime channel, the one that had Mario Lopez.
The fuck? I don't know about that.
You gotta. It's like 8 minutes long. It's a Lifetime original movie about the KFC Colonel, and it's starring Mario Lopez. You know who Mario Lopez is, right?
It sounds oddly familiar, but I'm just searching right now. KFC movie.
You have to type in Lifetime.
Next thing, Mario. Okay. Oh yeah, I've seen this shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Now that I see it, I thought it was fucking like an AI image. Like someone took Mario Lopez and they put him in there. What?
That's the boy. What? That's real.
But yeah, he looks epic though. He looks great. Can't deny.
I was saying before when that game came out, I'm like, how come they don't have a Mario Lopez DLC? Please. Mario Lopez. Sorry. Continue.
They should. They should do that. They should. I mean, I encourage companies to memify their content a little bit more. Even if I don't consume their products, just the idea of just seeing it around is so real to me, and it's good. For my chat, this is fucking. I'm just showing chat right now the image of Mario Lopez of Colin Sanders. No, this is just
one thing I do want to say though is when it comes to companies and stuff like that, what I would love to see more is more interactions with companies and like streamers, for instance. Like there's a game I really loved to play when I first started. It was called Muse Dash. Yes, it's very anime based. If you ever heard of Muse Dash, it's a rhythm game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there's other games that interact with, like they'll reach out to streamers and be like, oh, I want to do a promotion for this or whatever. I would love to do something like that, where like they have like things that actually fit VTubing and stuff like that match the aesthetic. That would be cool to have, but they don't do that. And then that's how like things die out and games die out because nobody they need more interactions from like more of a modern media, which is like us, for instance, or like YouTubing and stuff like that. I wish there was more of that type of interaction.
I have a bit of a hot take, but I understand why companies make the approach that they do, because sometimes I see promoted games out there and they pick sometimes like the worst person for it. It's not that I get it. They want to pick the popular person. They want to pick the person with like the appropriate numbers that may fit. It's not easy to find someone that may fit the project that they want to promote in like a game or a passion project like that, or a certain product in a way, because companies have to play it safe and also think about the numbers. But what I'm getting at is just the boring choices they make. Like sometimes they want to promote something like, this is just an example. They want to promote Genshin Impact, and then they give it to someone who knows literally nothing about the fucking game, and it's just like taking guesses. Not even a fun stream. They just kill the mood for some people, and it's just like, what the fuck is this? They're giving them like an alter account with like infinite summons to just do summons and get the fuck out of there. And it's just like, that was like the most artificial shit ever. Sure, I got to see my favorite streamer play my favorite game, but it was so shallow. And that's the thing. I wouldn't want it to be shallow. Get someone who at least, if you want to, pay them not just enough to promote it, but pay them enough to get passionate about it. Pay them for the whole day to enjoy the fucking game and get to know it. If they volunteer for that. They gotta have someone to like check that stuff out. I don't know. That's just like a me thing.
Program for certain things. I would love that.
That's just a me thing. That's just a me thing. You know.
I agree with that.
I want to see, for example, if you're gonna promote, let's say for example the newest Mario game that is like, let's say Mario Wonder World, whatever, the new one. They're gonna give it to fucking MatPat, who's like a game theory channel. Sure, he loves Nintendo games and makes shitty videos about it, but he doesn't know shit about being a nice speedrunner or someone who's good at playing the game. And he's gonna have him and his wife playing the game in a very shitty way. I want to see someone who genuinely enjoys the game. I don't want to see someone who like's gonna play it in such an artificial way.
Speaking of Mario, I wish they fucking had a remake of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, like an actual a fourth game to it. I need more RPG games, man. If they made that, I would love to do fucking like a game version of that, like that. Oh,
wait, what do you mean? So didn't they remake the first game? I mean, I
need a fourth version. I need another installment. I need like mystery dungeon, like Pokemon type of style. Give me some shit like that.
Okay, it's unfortunate.
But yeah, Pokemon Sleep.
There's good news and bad news about this topic, and we can talk a little bit about this. Good news is that one of my favorite games ever is gonna get a remake. It's Super Mario RPG. I like it a lot. It's not the same as Superstar Saga, but do you like Mario RPG? Did you ever play it or not?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. Okay, thank you. Because I had someone here who said they didn't like it. I was gonna throw them off the window. But anyways, yeah, Superstar Saga has a problem. It has an open window. It has an open window for more games, but the last one was such a bad decision on their part that it flunked. They had to close the studio. So there's a possibility that we may not see one of those games for like the next 3 to 5 years until another studio adapts themselves to make them. So yeah, that franchise is dead until Nintendo decides to revive it.
It's such a good franchise, too. They fucked that really
yeah,
badly. I don't
they
know how
fucked
they
up.
did.
Why in the fucking world did they put all their money into remaking a game that came out in the 3DS and remake it in the 3DS? The Bowser's Inside Story came out twice. And also the first game, it's lovely, but the remake doesn't compare to the charm of the first one. Just don't touch it. Just make the next one and make it
going
good.
inside Bowser for the first time was the best thing, not the second time.
Fucking hell.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. That's okay.
We're talking about per game, by the way, Dibble.
Sheesh. For a moment, I thought I was gonna ask about the ice bear, but I'm gonna reserve myself the comment of asking about the ice bear.
Wait,
you know
what?
The ice bear. Do you know about the ice bear of the internet humor? The internet humor ice bear. How high or low are you in an ice bear of internet humor? Do you like super edgy jokes, or do you like try to play it safe? I'm not speaking cancelable jokes. I'm speaking, well, maybe, but you don't have to be frank and honest, because even if you're not like someone who wants to present something like the most, you want to be genuine. You say you're an open book, but how genuine are you about your humor?
Well, I'm pretty straightforward. I just don't say anything that's like super racy. I just say things that are like Pepega, and like I also like to joke about like saucy things every now and then, but it's usually more or less out of context because I don't listen to what I say sometimes. But like, it's pretty much in that regard, like in that ballpark. I don't mind joking about certain things either. It's just like, as long as it's not too dark or it's hurting somebody else, then I don't mind. So I don't want to ever do that to anybody. Nobody. I still want it to be a safe space, you know.
Good. You're a nice person. Thank you. But yeah, I was reading here a statement in chat. They were talking back about the Mario game stuff. There's a problem with the Mario games 2 right now going on. Do you like the Paper Mario franchise?
I haven't played it.
You have not played it?
No, I didn't have a GameCube when I grew up. I was poor. Sorry.
It's fine. I didn't play them either, but I know a lot about them because I'm so invested and know about Nintendo stuff, and I watch a lot of Let's Plays back in the day that I know about all the Paper Mario. But Paper Mario has a problem that it used to have a ton of creative characters, and at some point Nintendo decided to cut down on unique characters, and the NPCs became like all generic Mario characters. And that's because the company doesn't want to risk it with the image, and also because apparently now when they create a new character, they have to copyright it and they have to like hyper analyze it. So the Super Mario RPG franchise, both of them, the Superstar Saga and Paper Mario, are fucked because they have different layers of protection that doesn't allow them to be creative or fun. So that's why they were stuck. That's why they were stuck remaking games, and they were stuck like not being original. Because the last 2 Paper Mario games, or last 3, no, the last 2, yes, they did not have a single inch of original characters. They did have some original characters, but it was like bare minimum, just enough to tell a story, but not enough to make it interesting. That sucks.
They probably didn't want to oversaturate it, but even then, though, it's like with the copyright like that, I don't know. I don't like seeing things that could have potential die. Like, for instance, I'm a very big believer in like fan-made stuff. Like, that's why.
Hell yeah.
You guys say Mario, I say Pokemon. Like, I was always big into Pokemon hacks, Pokemon like modding, things of that nature. When it came to like, Fire Red is probably like the most remade game by fans all the time. And then
yes.
like Pokemon Uranium came out, and then that got fucking DMCA'd by Nintendo, and that would have been really good for their fucking brand too. I don't know why they did that.
Look,
I just hate the idea of talent being stunted like that. They put so much work into that, and it was original too.
Like I mentioned tons of other projects, but right now I want to comment on my thoughts on what you just said. The fan projects, sometimes I'm a bit lukewarm when it comes to playing fan games because I have bad experiences where the game glitches, and when the game glitches, that's a big turnoff for me. And I'm not talking glitches like the ones in like Scarlet Violet. I'm talking like playing a ROM hack and then suddenly it freezes the whole game, or something happens that I get soft lock, and I'm like, well, fuck this. I don't like this imperfection on it. I need to get away from it as much as possible. And yeah, that's just my opinions on those kind of like emulator games that are fan made. Sometimes they don't hit for me as strong. I wish they did, because a lot of them have very passionate ideas that I like Pokemon Insurgents. I read about it, I've seen about it, and I'm curious. Even if the story seems a little edgy, I always wanted to just play a fan game that just really captivated me. Like it's called another Metroid 2 remake. Have you ever heard about that project?
No, but it sounds like it. It sounds like it's good.
Yeah, it's basically the game of Metroid 2, but someone remade their own unique remake spin-off of it, and it was amazing. And Nintendo decided to like shut down the project. Coincidentally, the same year, I think they made a remake of Metroid 2 on the 3DS. So it almost felt like they took a lot of ideas from that game, from the fan-made game, and they put them in the 3DS game.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I've seen Nintendo has been guilty of doing that. Sometimes they shut down projects and they take the ideas and put them in there.
I haven't touched my 3DS in a good bit.
No, me neither. I think I forgot. The last time I touched it, it was when they were shutting down the eShop. Because people were like, oh yeah, you gotta download this, you gotta download that before the eShop closed down. Because there's gonna be no more internet connection. But okay. I'm saying people were worried, but you can always emulate those games. Or the ones that are not easily emulated, well, whatever. Fuck them. At this point, going back is just so, I don't know. You missed it. It was a product of its time.
But that's the thing, though. That's the beauty of like the online world now. Is that like there's people who have like older consoles that break, that get remade and refixed. Like the old Game Boy Advance is like it has like mods for it now, to where it has a backlight. And it has like rechargeable batteries, and you can change the shell on it and everything, and make it look so much more unique than when it first came out. And I love that. Like when it comes to like modding and things and just stuff like that, I thoroughly support that stuff. When it comes to the 3DS, yes, it does have its things where it's like, yeah, there are certain games that are very niche to it. I would say emulate the games you own, because that's what they are, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yes, morally. The games you own. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's the only thing I condone. Yeah. What you own.
Yeah, I totally
don't
own.
Take what you don't.
I totally own the copy of Cubivore. I totally, absolutely spent $500 on eBay to get it. So I'm emulating it because I have that copy of the game. That's the retro game market, by the way. Yes, I emulated Fire Emblem, the limited edition that it was only a pre-order, and you can't get it because now it's like $300 on fucking eBay. Yeah, I totally own that game.
That's a good game.
It's a good game. No, I'm just kidding. Someone in chat was saying, I usually prefer the Sega style of embracing fan projects. It's totally reversed to Nintendo. Instead of shutting down, they embrace the projects. They're like, yes, please. We will hire you if your project is good. And they have done that. That's how they created Sonic Mania. It was a team of people who love to emulate and make ROM games of Sonic.
I feel like though that's also like Nintendo's Nintendo because they think about money. That's a given fact.
I love money.
Sega itself was, I feel like, more like based on its fans. That's why the whole movie changed and everything when people got into up in arms about the design of Sonic when he first came out. Remember that?
I
love companies that listens to their fan base, their audience. I wish more companies were like that, but I also understand that they have reasons why they're not like that. But it doesn't mean that we cannot dislike that reason.
Yeah, true. Not
because I love Nintendo stuff, but I just hate Nintendo themselves. because Nintendo ruined a lot of the fan things I loved, but it's okay.
I'm guilty. I fucking love their games. Last night I did a speed run on Mario 64. It went well.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy for you.
I did a speed run. Well, my idea was speed run because I died like crazy. I just didn't care. The plan was Sane will beat the stream. Yeah, Sane will beat the game in a stream because people say that I don't beat games. I start game and I don't finish them. I thought, oh fuck you! I'm gonna start a game right now. I'm gonna take an attempt at a speed run and finish it right now. So I started Mario 64 on the Nintendo Switch Online, and an official version of the game. And I played it and I beat it on the stream.
Oh wow.
I felt like shit after it because I took almost 2 hours. And usually my stream stamina is about 2 to 3 hours. It depends on a good day, on a bad day, yada yada, stuff on my head.
Yeah. When it comes to that's the thing I appreciate about streamers is that we can all do things in our own way. I don't think there's any set template to stream the way somebody else streams. Be you.
Exactly. That's a perfect segue. Okay, keep going, but sorry.
Like I said, be you. Don't ever try to be like anybody. Like you can be inspired by them, but don't try to live up to somebody else's standards. Live up to your own standards and what makes you happy.
Yeah,
that's what I would say when it comes to streaming. Because streaming is very, very niche to everybody.
Yeah, you're correct about that. So I said this is a perfect segue to go into asking questions about advice for fellow streamers who are starting or would like to start doing this kind of stuff. You seem to be seasoned on this kind of stuff. What can you tell us about your own experiences, or what's some advice you would give to people who want to stream in general?
Just honestly, just try it out. Don't worry about numbers. People tend to fixate when they stream for the first few times and they're like, oh, there's nobody here. What am I doing wrong? It's like, no, people pop in, the fucking counter doesn't work. Don't ever look at the counter. That counter is always wrong. Second of all, people, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, let's say you're playing a game for the first time that you enjoy, and you want to show that off to friends, right? Then yeah, somebody's gonna enjoy you enjoying the game if you have a mic and everything set up. But you don't also need a bunch of expensive items to make your stream look good, to feel like you need to be matching somebody else. I have a mic that costs $80, but I make it sound nice because I know how to put filters and stuff like that because I looked into it. As long as you're willing and dedicated to trying to figure something out with what you have, you can make anything sound good, even if it's cheap. It doesn't matter if it's expensive or cheap or not. As long as you're trying, that's what matters, because that's how you get far in life, is trying.
Yeah.
People who don't try don't.
Of course. You've seen people complain lately because I tell them you gotta do the content, you gotta do the stuff, and they're like, no, I want people without having content. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, kiddo, I can't help you because you're not creating anything. You want people to appear out of nowhere when they don't have an anchor at all. That's just bizarre. And it's just I'm not attacking anyone in particular, but holy shit, it's just been more prominent in my areas since some people have found me because I keep saying, oh, give me advice, and more people like you keep telling them a dose of reality, and also to primarily have fun on the field.
Because I get frustrated with because I play DVD a lot. I play Dead by Daylight. It's very frustrating, and I understand there's certain people who don't like that. I understand that my stuff is very niche. But that's okay. As long as you're enjoying what you play and do what you do, people will follow. That's usually how it is. Yeah, don't worry too much about it.
Yeah. Always gotta try to have fun. Well said, I'll agree you. It's a simple advice, but it's effective. Apparently not as effective for people who want to start. But hey, I wanna do more positive notes. What's other advices that you can remember or recall that you can tell more people? Is there anything else that you want to share about that kind of stuff? More things that could be useful for the streams in general.
Take breaks.
Take breaks.
Don't fucking,
What's that?
Don't be like me. Don't care what people say. People will always get mad at you for taking breaks for some reason.
What's the longest stream you've ever done? What's the longest stream you've ever done?
24 hours.
Holy shit, I would die.
I've done 2 of them. Usually my set hour base back in the day when I was really dedicated to streaming was 12 hours.
I'm gonna
12
do.
to 16 hours I would stream.
There's
and
a
I wouldn't
category.
take a break for about like 4 to 6 of them, and that's bad. Don't do that. But like, if you want to take a break, take a break. And if somebody comes into your chat and tells you, why is the streamer gone, bro? Where did they go? How come they're streaming and they haven't? Why did it take so long? Because they need to fucking use the restroom, okay? Let them poop in peace. Everybody poops. If you work a job and you fucking want to work for 8 hours and a half and you're designated 30-minute lunch, let them fucking poop for like 10 minutes, please.
Let them poop. Let them poop.
God damn it. That shit had me heated. That still has me heated.
That sounds like a personal problem. Why don't you install a toilet on your gamer seat?
Because I'm poor.
Don't you have gamer bottles around you?
Look, listen.
You know what a gamer bottle is?
Look, those gamer bottles. Strong. not anymore. We don't do that anymore. That was back in broke days. No.
Are you confessing that you had a gamer bottle at some point?
Oh yeah, well, you're like going on long drives. Amazon drivers do it all the time. Sorry.
I'm just kidding. Gamer bottle, let's go. Long drives, a stream, yeah. I mean, it's the all reliable. But yeah, I can't believe people actually do that kind of shit, and it's like unironic. They have their own fucking room in their house. It's like, just stand up and go over there. No, I can't get out of my PC. I need to do that in
I'm
a
mid-match and I can't leave this match, okay? if I leave and go into a locker, I'm gonna get pulled out by the killer, okay? Like I'm kiting right now. Kiting guy. Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, that's that. Any other stories you're willing to share? Any stream stories in particular? Or I think you mentioned plenty of them. I'm almost about to wrap it up. Just gonna do some stuff over here.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah. You also, I see in your stream that it says on your stream title it says your last stream in Cali, and it's like I don't want to hold you up.
Yes, this is my last stream here in California.
Yeah,
I am leaving to go move to move in with my fiance. In a few hours.
Hell yeah! I wish you the best. I wish you both the best.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah. My chat is saying hell yeah and congrats. They're so sweet.
Thank you.
Too. Sometimes my chat can be sweet instead of bullying me, and I appreciate that sometimes. Only sometimes. That's just my dynamic.
Again, thank you for introducing me to your chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being so kind.
Yeah. As soon as I said that, someone threw a shrimp at me.
Very strong. I can go for a Camarón right now.
Camarón, hell yeah. I love seafood. I'm hungry. I'm kind of hungry right now. I shouldn't be, because I just ate yogurt. Whatever. Anyways, let's wrap it up before the streams keep coming.
Understandable.
Thank you so much for showing up last minute. It was an honor to have you here, Kid Villero. Honestly, I am eternally grateful that we were able finally to do this collab. Been looking forward to it so much. I would love to sometime collab with you some other time. Hell, maybe with your fiance as a VTuber. VTuber to VTuber, let's go.
Exactly. She's a phenomenal individual.
If that's something they're into, they're more than welcome to jump in here to one format of the Vtuber Chat Show. The ordinary way, or the old-fashioned way, or the new way, whichever it would be. If they want to do that, more than welcome. All right. So yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it. It has been an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
For taking the time to choose a small streamer like me. Oh whoa.
Small streamer. Out of both of us, I think you have more numbers than I do.
No, I'm baby streamer. This is like my first few times streaming and my last times.
No, it's understandable. I know the feeling. I know it's okay. It's okay. We're all just trying to enjoy this field however we can, and it's totally fine and fair. I've seen you sometimes. Sometimes your view was like up the sometimes more than mine, and but those are things that are kind of taboo to talk about because we don't talk about numbers. We're here to have fun and do our best.
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah. Definitely. Anyways, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much once again, and you have a wonderful time. As for my chat, I hope to see you down the week. I have a lot of plans, so stay tuned on Discord. And for the people who are watching this on YouTube much later, don't forget to give a like. You want to do an outro for me, Kid Villero?
If you guys know who Wesker is,
If
you guys know who Wesker is from Resident Evil, all I gotta say is this: because if you're a Resident Evil fan, you will give me an egg, and that's how I'm gonna wrap up. I'm sorry, I know it's random.
Give you an egg? I have no fucking clue. Maybe someone in my chat knows about that. I have no fucking clue. I don't know enough references. Sometimes
it's okay.
I'll laugh about it later.
1 hour is all the time we had to spare, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
I appreciate it so much. All right, everyone, you have a good night. Bye bye. This has been another episode of the Vtuber Chat Show. So yeah, I hope you like this new formula where I get to showcase other people's setup. You have a good night, everyone. See you later. Bye bye.
People, bye.
Bye bye.